What is going on, guys, and welcome to Flat Tutorials. And I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded any episode or any video in 2 months. It's because my exams were going on and I was really busy with school and all that. So now now the school part is over and everything is over. So now I'm just gonna focus on creating my videos and I'm just gonna upload more often than I was. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really sorry that I haven't uploaded any videos. If you have followed me on Facebook, you should probably know that why I wasn't uploading it. So I'm really sorry one last time, and so let's move on to today's episode. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna create some sensors for a car to detect the obstacle in front of it. So right now what we have is our AI car and some braking sectors. Now our AI car knows to walk on this path, but the car have no idea what to do when there's an obstacle in front of it. So if I create an obstacle like this one, and if I stop my car, you can see that it will just gonna just stuck on it, and the car doesn't really able to decide where to go, and it's not just, it has no idea what to do when there's an obstacle in front of it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna program our car to detect these obstacles and decide its decision according to the obstacle. So what we're gonna do is first we're gonna open up the car AI car script. So I guess I probably opened it up. So yeah. Okay, so in the AI car script, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write some of the variables. The first variable that I'm going to write is going to be sensor length. Okay, and it's going to be a float. That's it. And I'm just going to set the value of this float to 5. And and I'm going to create another variable, and I'm going to name it front sensor start point. Okay, now this is also going to be a float, and it is going to be 5. I'm just setting the random values, and now let's just move on to create a new function. So let's call it function sensors. Okay, I'm just going to create this function, and there you go. There we have a function. Now I'm going to put it inside of the update loop so that it can be called from there. And I'm just going to go here, paste it, and there we go. We have it in the inside of the update loop, and we have our function sensors, and we also have our two variables, front sensor start point and sensor length. So okay, I'm going to explain to you what these will going to do. So first of all, how we're going to create the sensor is we're going to use a method called raycast, and you should probably know about raycast if you are watching my videos. If you watch the car control series, in that series I have used raycast plenty of times, and also in this AI series. So I'm just going to move on and create a raycast function. So it is pretty easy. Just go ahead and type if physics.raycast. And all we have to do is to provide it with an origin, a direction, and distance. So I'm just going to set the origin to be a pose, and this pose, POS, is going to be a variable. So I'm just going to go POS, and it's going to be, let's say, a vector 3. Okay. Now it's basically going to be a transform.position variable. But let's just talk about it later. So this is the origin. Now we have to provide it with a direction. Now I'm just going to provide it with transform. I hate new monodevelop. It just really dumb. Transform dot forward, and I'm just going to move on and give it a distance. Now distance is going to be the sensor length. And I'm gonna end this Okay, so what this means? This means that I'm accessing a raycast class from the physics, and it is just a simple function which creates a ray in the word space of Unity, and whenever it gets intersected with some object, it detects that point, and you can access that point. So you can access every details from the object of which it is intersecting, and also the position of that object. So it is pretty easy. All you have to do is go variable and go hit, and set it to raycast hit. Now raycast hit is a structure which stores everything related to the intersection between that ray. So I'm just going to go ahead and go hit, and now it will detect the collision with that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you that it is working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the position equal to transform that position, position. That's it. And I'm just going to draw a line. So I'm just going to go debug dot draw line, and I'm going to draw at position, from position to, let's say, hit that point, the point where the array is hitting, and the color is going to be color dot, let's say, white. Okay, and I'm going to end this function. Let's see if it's working or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it compile. And when it's compiled, I'm just going to go ahead and play the game to see what's going on. And there you go. I don't really know if you can see it or not, but there's our array. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this wall. I'm going to put it in front of it, a bit more like this, and I'm going to set the maximum torque to 0 so that my car won't move. This is just for the testing purposes. In our main game, in our build, it will gonna have some max torque according to the developer. I have the transform position. Now I'm going to use another variable that I have created, that is front sensor start point. Now I wanted to cast this ray in front of the car, from in front of the car, not from inside of the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and copy that variable. You know what? I'm not going to copy that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and go position, plus equals, let's say transform dot forward times sensor, front sensor. Front sensor is not there, so hold on, guys. Front sensor start point, like this. It should work. Okay, now let's just test it if it's going to work or not. Okay, let's just go and see it. Okay, so it is working, but it is, it is being casted from, from really front. So I'm just gonna take it back a bit, like this, and I'm just gonna set the wall in front. Okay, and there we go. There we have our point. Now I'm just gonna copy that value. I'm just gonna copy 2.52. This is gonna be the value. I'm just gonna go ahead and set it equal to that. Okay. Now we have our sensor, first sensor. Now this is our first sensor that has been created, and it is working pretty fine. Now I'm just gonna create. If you watched my intro of the series, you might have seen that I have five sensors in front of the car, and these sensors are two are angle sensors. One is pointing at this direction, one is pointing in this direction, and two is straight at that point, and one is from the middle that we have just created. So I'm just going to create those two angle sensor now. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to add some. I'm just going to add some of the comments, and I'm going to name it as front mid sensor. Okay, so that it is easy for me to find. Now I'm just going to create the second sensor. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to go for front sensor point, and also uh, I'm just gonna go ahead and you know I'm just gonna go let's say I'm just gonna go variable front sensor side distance float, and this will gonna control the sideways distance of the car of the sensor. So you will understand what that means in a second, so don't worry about that. I'm just gonna go ahead and go right, and front sensor start point, and sorry. Uh, I'm gonna copy Control X and delete this one. Transform that right, and I'm gonna name it as front. I hate this version of MonoDevelop. It is so, I don't know what to say. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this, and I guess this should probably work. And let's see if it's working or not. Oh, sorry, I clicked twice. Sorry. Okay, so I guess this is working, and also the rotation is working pretty fine, so I'm really happy about that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna decrease the distance between these sensors. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right here. It's gonna be like this. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. That's pretty fine. Sorry, it's gonna be 1 point. So I'm just gonna set it to 1, and it should look good. So okay, so this was the right sensor. Now, in order to create the left sensor, all you gotta do is copy this, and I don't know what to do now. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and rename it to front straight straight front straight right sensor. Okay, so this is the front straight right sensor, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the left sensor. So all we have to do is set negative, and this should work fine, as it should, I guess. And all I have to do is check it out. So I'll let it compile, and once it is compiled, we can check it out. Okay, I know what the problem is. Since we have set it to the right sensor is set it to here, I have to reset all the positions now. So I'm just going to copy these two lines from the mid sensor, front mid sensor, and I'm going to copy and save it. And let's just see if it's working or not. Okay, I guess I have all 3 sensors at this place now. I also had 2 angle sensors, which are angled in some direction. Now I had it set it to, I guess, 25 or 30 degree angle. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And yeah, so it is pretty easy. Now I'm gonna use a new function, and it is pretty easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go right angle. By right angle, I didn't really mean that it is equals to 90 degree. It just means that the angle that I'm going to use on the right sensor, front right sensor. So yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a new function called. It's not a new function. It's just a function. It's called quaternion angle axis. And what do we have to? We need to have an angle and a direction or axis on which we want an angle. So in right angle, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna put in the values, and then I'll explain to you what they mean. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and create a new variable. I'm gonna go front sensor angle. Angle, and it is going to be a float, and for now I'm just going to set it to 30. Okay, so if I go over here and I'm going to just type front Oh god damn it! I hate new Mana develop, and I'm pretty sure you guys hate it too. So where was I? No, I was here. Okay, so I'm just gonna paste it right here, and I'm gonna give it a direction on which axis I want that angle. So I want it on the transform dot. I guess it was up. I guess it is up. It was. God damn it! And it is gonna be pointing in the direction of the car. So I'm just gonna go transform dot forward. That's pretty much it. Now what we have to do is we have to just copy this one. Sorry, no. Do not copy that one. I'm just gonna copy this comment so that I can remember what sensor it is. It is left sensor, and now over here on the right sensor, I'm going to create the angle sensor. So it is pretty easy. All you have to do is change one value. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this comment, and I'm going to front angled right sensor, and I'm going to give it an angle. So I'm just going to go ahead and instead of putting it transform.forward, I'm going to go ahead and type right angle. Okay, so let's just check it out if it's working or not. Okay, so it is working pretty fine. I have the 30-degree angle, and I can decrease it to 0, whatever I want. So yeah, it is working pretty fine. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and create one more, and I'm just gonna go ahead and create the left angle. I'm gonna call it left angle, and it's gonna be front angle exactly, but it's gonna be negative. That's it. And now what we have to do is copy this one, and I'm just gonna copy its comment, and I'm gonna put it right here, and it's gonna be straight left sensor. Is gonna be angled left sensor, and I'm gonna go ahead and copy this statement, put it right here, and instead of transform.forward, I'm gonna write left angle. Sorry. Okay, left angle. There's something wrong. Okay, left angle. That's pretty much it. And let's just see if it's working or not. Okay, so we have the front sensors working properly, and you can adjust angle according to your needs. So don't worry about it. It is really easy to do that. Okay, so yeah, and sensor front pointing, you can create it whatever you want. It is pretty easy. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over here and create the sideways sensor. Now these are the sensors that we're gonna be pointing in this direction. Let's say on the x-axis. If you look at it, it's gonna be pointing on this axis. So yeah, and it's 5 in the morning, and I have to go to I have to pee, and I'll be back in a second, guys. Okay. All right, guys, I'm back, and it feels so good. Okay, now I'm just gonna create some sideways sensors, so it is gonna be pretty easy. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and go left. I'm just gonna go for a right one first. So right sideway sensor. Your right sideway sensor. And now for this sensor, I'm not really gonna use start point. I'm gonna cast it from the center of the car. And if you want you can create a start point, but I don't really want right now, at least not for this car. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a variable, and I'm going to name this variable, let's say, sideway sensor. Sorry, sideway. God damn it. Sideway sensor. Sensor length, and it's going to be a float, and I'm going to set it to equals to 5 for now, and I'm going to copy this, but there's no use. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to put it right here, and in this position I'm just going to put transform, and I'm going to go front transform dot position, and the angle is going to be transform. Sorry, transform dot right, and that's pretty much it. So I guess it's gonna work. And the next one is gonna be the left sensor. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy that whole code with comment, and I'm gonna rename this right to left, and is going to be transform dot left is going to be negative transform dot right, which is the opposite direction of the right. So yeah, let's just see if it's working or not. And the sensor length, I'm going to replace this variable with the sideway sensor length, and just go there. Okay, now I'm just going to save it. That's pretty much it. Let it compile. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create 2 more obstacles, 1 more, and I'm just going to put it right here. I'm going to rotate it negative 90. I'll put it right here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and go 90. I'll put it right here, and let's see if it's working or not. Okay, so I guess there's some problem. I'm just gonna go to where I'm gonna go. My rival car, and there is the problem. I don't know what it is. There's some problem, and it's gonna be transform dot position. Oh, sorry. It's not gonna be position. It's gonna be transform dot position this time. On that position. I should have used. I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and that's pretty much it. So it should now be fixed. Okay. It should now work fine, and it is working fine. So there you go, guys. That's how you create sensors, and I'm just going to decrease the sideway sensor length. I'm just going to decrease it, 2.5. 3 would be good. Okay, so that's how you create sensors, and the rotation is also working, so we are fine with that. And so the sensor part is now over. Now our car would be able to detect the obstacles in front of it in the next episode. So I'll catch you guys in the next episode, and yeah, and it also looked cool. So yeah, and you can customize these values according to your car, and I'm just gonna stick with these values as I have tested them. So yeah, it's pretty easy to adjust them. And that's why I created these values. If you don't want, you can create predefined values. Don't worry about that. It will gonna just work fine. So yeah, and I'll catch you guys in my next episode of the AI series. And if you have any problem with creating the scripts, you can go on the link in the description. It will take you to my blog, and there you can get the complete script that was created in this episode. And if it is yeah, it will be there. And I just want to say that I will upload. I will try my best to upload the next episode by tomorrow. If we get 10 likes on this video in between 24 hours. And if we would able to, if you guys would be able to pull that off, I will upload the next video after 24 hours. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys later, and I'll catch you guys in my next episode. And next episode is gonna be awesome because